What's up to Lion Talk Live? So we love you too, buddy.
What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
What's up, everybody? It's Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron, a.k.a. First Ballot.
What's going on, Coach Dan at Lions Talk Live and the Duke Crew. This is Ball Hawk Ifata Melafano of the Detroit Lions. Everybody make sure you help support the YouTube channel Lions Talk Live by clicking that like and subscribe button. Let's get it and go Detroit.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live and Coach Dan by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
I love nothing more than watching Lions Talk Live every morning. Woo!
All right, well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I am your host once again, Dan Thornton, and I want to thank you all for joining me here today. Hey, it's Monday. It's roughly just before 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this information started hitting the wire about an hour or so ago. I wanted to wait till I got a little bit more confirmation before going on air. Plus, to be fair, I also had to end my own practice and get on home to do all that. But hey, in case you didn't know, the Detroit Lions apparently no longer need an OC, nor do they need a defensive coordinator. As you know, just days ago, Kelvin Shepard was announced as getting promotion to the defensive coordinator spot with the Detroit Lions, and now the Detroit Lions OC position is apparently all but signed here. That's right, John Morton, not Johnny Morton, not the former Detroit Lions great wide receiver, who I actually personally loved, and by the way, he was an MMA fighter and a boxer. But John Dorsey from Western Michigan University, that's right, he was a graduate there. About the same time I was there coaching, he was there studying. And yes, the 55-year-old is going to come on over and be the Detroit Lions offensive coordinator. At least that's from all reports. I do want to reiterate that the official offer has not signed at this time, so there is a chance it couldn't happen. But Schefter is reporting it. Everybody is out there reporting it. You know what? My mom's out there hustling to get me some news, and she's reporting it too, that yes, the Detroit Lions have found their OC. They're on it. And yes, Mom is out there, shaking and baking, getting us news stories as it happens. What I like about it is he is experienced. This guy's coached for the Raiders. He's coached in Europe. He's coached in the CFL. He's coached all over the place. There's just one thing I've said as a coach, one thing I've said to a reporter on the show, the more experience you have, the harder and harder it is to catch you off guard with things because you've already been there. You've already seen that. I think Morton's a great hire for this team. Let's also keep in mind he's worked for the Detroit Lions before just 2 seasons ago in 2022. He's got a gluttony of experience as a football coach. Where to begin? Well, let's just go real quick through it. As a player, he was with the Raiders, the Green Bay Packers, Raiders again, and so twice with the Raiders. Actually, make that 3 times with the Raiders. He's been with the Toronto Argonauts, the Frankfurt Galaxy. As a coach, in 98-99, Oakland Raiders offensive assistant, Oakland Raiders 2000-2001, 2000-2001 offensive quality control coach, 2002-2003 senior offensive consultant, 2004 still with the Raiders tight ends coach, goes to San Diego in 2005, becomes the passing game wide receivers coach, New Orleans Saints in 2006 passing game coordinator offensive assistant, USC, by the way it's the USC, 2007-2008 passing game coordinator wide receivers coach, USC in 2009-2010 offensive coordinator wide receivers coach, San Francisco 49ers 2011 through 2014 wide receivers coach, New Orleans Saints 2015 and 16 wide receivers coach, New York Jets 2017 offensive coordinator, Oakland/Las Vegas Raiders 2019 through 2021 senior offensive consultant, Detroit Lions 2022 senior offensive consultant, Denver Broncos 23-24 passing game coordinator, and now 2025 through present offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. So again, a guy who's got a gluttony of experience is going to come on and pass that on. Think about all the weapons we have. Yes, Ben Johnson deserves, rightfully so, a lot of credit for everything that the Detroit Lions have done in the offense for the last few years, but I'm eager to see what this guy does with it. Again, he's somebody with a ton of different experience. I think if you go through the list on his resume, you could look at it and say, hey, a lot of these teams had some pretty good passing upturns, offensive upturns during his stays there. USC, you look at his time there, what the Trojans did, and yes, I'm definitely aware of it as a USC fan. I think this is a great hire. Let me know, Duke Crew, did you want somebody else? I know there's a lot of speculation, and rightly so, that Tanner Ekstrand, I always kill his last name, had been kind of groomed for the position, sort of like Kelvin Shepard. Aaron Glenn had been grooming him the last 2 seasons to replace him. There had been a lot of speculation the Lions were going to go in-house and try to keep those guys around and promote them to offensive coordinator spot. But selfishly as I may be, I think that this guy is going to be a real nice hire for us. I think you're going to see a lot of different things out of the running back tandem too, especially what he traditionally does at the offensive line scrimmage with misdirection blocking. What do I mean by that? Offensive line block that way, get the defensive line and backers to pull with you, and we're going to open up something on the backside cut for you. So especially with someone like Gibbs, maybe David Montgomery, that could be very advantageous. Somebody like Jared Goff, who lives off play action pass, I think you're going to see a lot more of that. I mean, not that we don't do it enough already, but I think you're going to see even more of it with Morton as the coach. So we'll wait and see what shakes out with all this, but he is from Detroit, Michigan, born in 1969 in Auburn Hills, undrafted, joined the Oakland Raiders in 93. You guys get it. And again, like I said, he's a graduate of Western Michigan University, the Western Michigan University. All right, Duke, I'm not going to make this the longest video, so let me get on over to you guys, see what you have to say about it. I like the hire. I know we've been speculating when the interview first came to light a couple days ago. Let's see what you guys have to say. Susan, what do you got? I like it. Me too. All right. Don Kong, hate it. Well, we're 50-50 here. Mr. Nico and Duke Crew, we trust 100%. Got to trust the Duke Crew. Jess, it's all coming together quicker than I would have guessed. Yeah, 100%. I mean, we thought the Lions would be proactive with it. All I can say is, hey, I really like what I know of him. You know, again, being a USC fan, that probably helps a little bit. I know about the guy. Real quick before I forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I think we're like 8 subs or 10 subs, something like that, away from hitting 13,000. So if you guys can help out with that, please consider doing so. The thumbs up likes, we try to get the videos to 200, 300, or 400 or more. Don Kong does not like it. Dennis, hey, Dan and Duke Crew, back at you. Youper, holla, back at you. Michael D, great news, one pride. I like him. And again, I won't do a deep dive on it until the morning, but giving you guys some real quick stuff. You're going to see a lot of misdirection stuff, especially in the running game. You'll probably see a lot more tight end screens. Also flanker screens, if you guys get that with the running back, tight end, and sometimes wide receivers. You're going to see a ton of that stuff. You're going to see a lot of stuff that forces defenses to shift one way and then come back the other way. So for that part, I really like it. Marcus, I don't know, Coach Dan. This guy scares me. It happens, man. The unknown always scares us, right? Rob, greetings, salutations, Coach Dan and Duke Crew. The Lions are the grooviest stadio. I think so. And, I get a lot of people don't know the guy. I'm not going to say I'm like the biggest rogue scholar on him, but just, knowing from USC some of the stuff he did, plus paying attention to a couple other teams here and there, that's what I'm anticipating we're going to get out of him. I think we're going to like him, especially with the speed we have on offense. I think we'll see a lot of good stuff out of it. I'm Mike the Marine Gunny. Howdy, Dan and Duke Crew. What's new in Wooville? Good to see you, Gunny. It feels like it's been a few days. Lions, Wings, Tigers. Don't think it's official yet. Yeah, again, I want to make sure that's clear. It's all reports are he's going to sign, but as far as I'm aware, at least the time I went on air, 5 minutes ago, he is not officially signed yet. So you are correct. One Foggy, I just want them to draft Barrett Carter, linebacker from Clemson. They just might. Eric Minion, hey, talk about somebody I haven't seen in a minute. Good to see you, my friend. I trust Dan has got the right guy for the job. Yeah, that's the thing. I would be with you on that, Eric. If I get fans, hey, we're always nervous about people we don't know or draft picks we don't know, etc. But Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, if they fail, he's the right guy. Look at what they've done, their track record. I think there's no reason to doubt them. Hey, man, Molly for Lions Talk Live mascot. I'm down with it. Make it so. Mr. Nico, we have the players that know how to play. We're starting to get the coaches that know how to coach. Not to be that guy, but this is our year. I'm down with that, and I think you are right. Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Coach. Good signing. I like it myself. I mean, doesn't mean somebody else couldn't do a good job. I just, the fact that I know some stuff about this hire, I'm leaning towards I really like the hire. Ryan, that's disappointing. Okay, fair enough. Celtics line, I hope Morton is the next OC, doesn't come to pass. I don't care how much experience he has and all his years he's coached. Only 1 year as an OC, and he was fired after that year. Fair enough. Marcus, I just read an article where he called 4 straight pass plays on the on the 1 yard line when he was with the Jets. Might be true. Jack, I gave you $14.99 a day. You lost your voice and ended early. It's possible you could give me a Sheila. You know what? I'll give you a Sheila just for that. Why not? 1, 2, and I got to get to a 3. And there you go. Pierce, shocked it's not Scotty or Tanner. I am too. I know we talked about it, Pierce, this morning on the show, and I'm sure we talked about it other days. I really thought they would keep it in-house. That just seemed like the Lions' way. But I get this guy did spend last year with us. There must be something about it that MCDC and the other coaches, to be fair, they probably had a take on it too. Really said, yeah, this is the guy for us. Yada, yada. What up, though, coach? Exclamation point. I don't care who we hire as OC. It can't be worse trash than Ben Johnson. I'm down with that. There are a lot of Lions fans that feel that way right now. And good to see you, by the way. Yada, yada. Dr. Troy seems like a good hire. Not concerned of off-season trophies anyways. That's not David or Crosby. Correct. I'm down with you there. And, the other thing is, I'm going to guess Jared Goff had probably some sort of say on it. So if Dan Campbell wanted him, Goff wanted him, I'm going to guess that, that was probably a good fit for the team. Southwest, this is a slap in the face against Scotty Montgomery and Tanner. I wonder if Jared Goff was strong-armed into this. I'm getting Anthony Lynn vibes. Maybe, but I would say this. I don't think anybody at this point can strong-arm Jared Goff. I mean, Jared Goff's future is secured. I mean, his contract's secure. If he didn't really want the guy, that probably wasn't going to happen. I don't think MCDC is going against his quarterback. Marcus, Jets fans hated him. Might be true. So those 1 year of passing coordinator with Bo Nix does not make him the best candidate for the Lions OC. This is a Matt hire at best. Okay. Frank, hey, Frank. Salvas, has this been confirmed by the Lions, or is this just reports from Adam Schefter and company? Adam Schefter and company. That is correct, yeah. So I have not heard it from anybody I know. I'm going by Adam Schefter and some of the other guys in national media. I'm assuming they know, but, I could put out a video later today that, hey, it's all BS or something like that, or maybe in the morning. Walt, hit that like button for Dan and the Duke Crew. Thank you for that, 100%. Ryan, having that many jobs is my point. Very discouraging. Okay, I'm down with that. Doug, I like it. Bringing some old school play calling. Woo! And maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to go old school, change some things up a little bit. Me, myself, and if I'd be the Lions OC, you probably have at least 40% run and shoot. You probably have at least 40% Oakland Raiders, 1970s, 1980s. Hey, we're sending 2 guys deep, tight ends and running backs crossing over the middle. You got to guard them all. And if you have too many guys go do that, we're going to run the ball on you all day. I hope, Coach Dan, I hope so too, Marcus. I mean, who knows, man? A year from now, we could be celebrating a Lombardi and say that was a great hire, or we could be saying this guy, give him an unmerciful execution. Right now, it's my personality. I'm going to think positive because it does me no good to be down and out about it. All right, let's see. Oops, sorry, I had to pop up there. Southwest Line, it's mind-boggling to me that they did not interview outside for DC, but they did interview outside for OC. Lions have the highest scoring offense in the league. Shake my head. Again, I'm real surprised by it too. I thought the candidate or whoever would get the job, I think most of us felt that way, that it would be somebody in-house. Gibbs on top, this is scary. Don't know about this. Yeah, that's probably like a lot of people right now. Correction, they interviewed Larry Foote for DC. They did do that. They did. Marcus, run the ball. Let's hope so. Rob, Southwest, it was reported by the Freep. Okay, there you go. Jenny, he appears to be a great hire and could be perfect for Jared Goff. Yeah, and again, I don't have any confirmation. I'm assuming Jared Goff had a say in whoever they brought in, so he must have felt pretty good with it. DC must have felt pretty good about it. I'll go with that. Gunny, I like to hire for the following reason. New verbiage had to be made. Very inexperienced. Yes, homeborn. He is indeed. Brent, MCDC is grooming his coaches that are not yet ready. Love it. Okay. The headline from the Free Press said that they're zeroing in on him. That doesn't sound like a sign yet. Yeah, and again, I didn't see the Freep. I saw Schefter and etc. So, again, at this time, as far as I know, they haven't signed him, but it sounds like it's going to happen. They'll rub some salt in the Ben Johnson wound. Maybe. Paperback fan, hoping it works out. Me too. Bo, no more waiting. Time to get back to business. Woo! I'm down with that. Keegan, great news. Can't complain. There you go. Michael, used to be a player or the players cost a team a season, not the coaches in the Lions case in 2024. Yeah, okay. Southwest, Jared Goff is the one on the field taking the bullets. I hope he was 100% for this if it ends up being the guy. I'm down with that. Yeah, Greg, Manistine, Duke Crew, great hire. Okay, Johnny Gaz, is it 100%? No. And I want to be clear, as far as I know, it's not 100% confirmed yet. But with that all being said, it sounds like the Freep, sounds like Adam Scheffler, ESPN. I mean, you guys get a lot of different places are all confirming it. So it sounds like basically he just has to sign the contract. Mr. Ed, I like having a coach with experience. Forget the Jets job. They didn't have any talent. That could also be it. The Lions offense is loaded with talent, so let's see what he can do. I'm down with that. Uper, I trust in DC. Me too. Thomas, trust MC DC. I think you have to. Southwest Line, they are working to hire is all I'm seeing. They are working to hire. Correct. But again, Southwest, if you want to give Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes credit for turning the franchise around, we give them credit for all the draft picks they made and, the free agent signings. At one point, they hired Aaron Glenn and obviously Ben Johnson. If you believe all those hires were correct, if you believe, Hank Fraley was correct and whoever else you want to list, then you have to believe that they have a pretty good track record of being correct on things. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt with this hire. Rob, he is an outsider as much as returning guy. He was here when they turned the corner in 2022. Correct. He's not an outsider. Southwest, 1 year, how much did he have to do with Goff's development? That's the question I can ask. But if Goff is endorsing this guy, Goff might, and I'm not saying Goff is because I don't know, but let's assume Goff was involved in probably the talks about the different candidates. I'm assuming if you hire him, Goff was probably on board with him. So, that's what I would go with it. So if this is the guy, I'll be rooting for him. What choice do we have as fans? Yeah, correct. And who knows, man? Maybe he'll be pretty good. Mark, just tuning in. Who did they hire? It's not official yet. I want to be clear on that, Mark, but it does sign. All signs are pointing towards John Morton, who was with the team in 2022, is now the guy. Jeremiah, this guy trained Ben Johnson when he was first hired in 2022. There you go. Yada, yada. Did you see Coach? Woo. Good to see you too, Coach. I mean, oh, man, I'm terrible at this stuff at times. And same to you, yada, badass. Hopefully you are having a great one. Southwest, who the heck is the guy? At one point, you got to spend money on a big hit free agent or trade. Both better be big. We'll see. Don Kong, no trade clause in Goff, so don't get any ideas, Phils. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Don Kong, Hooker ain't worth stuff. Put that one to rest. Yeah, I don't think we're worried about it right now. King SJ, thanks for the update, Coach. Go Lions. Good to see you, my friend, as always. Dr. Troy, guys, I am not a Goff slappy, but do you think maybe Goff has a concern in the first quarter? Maybe that's where why he was so off. Could be. And maybe he had a concussion, in the first quarter. I do think when he took that hit, he probably got concussed. Yes. Johnny Gaz, it's hard to imagine they were going to bring two rookie coordinators in and have more success next year than they did this year. So I can understand why they want a little more experience, not sold. Okay. Dale, he helped Goff turn things around to 22. Bo, Goff was rocked for sure, Dr. Troy. I would agree with that. Very much so. Marcus, thanks for the update and content anytime, my friend. Hope you have a great day, my friend, Marcus. Chad D, pass coordinator for the new offense coordinator, Ben Johnson 2.0. Maybe. Chad D, get ready for 40-plus pass games. All right. Yada badass. I hope Brad trade Goff trash. If y'all slow people haven't learned yet, he ain't the answer. That's on you, Goff trash, as ain't the answer, never will be the answer. Okay? Marcus, who more foolish? The fool who leads or the fool who follows? All the above, maybe. Keegan, I am done sulking over the loss of Ben Johnson and Aaron. There you go. Hey, Coach, do you think we will still run the ball more or less? I actually hope it's fairly balanced, yada, yada. I like to play action like I was saying earlier. If I was the OC, there would be a whole lot of elements of, say, like the Oakland Raiders from the 70s and 80s. I just think we have the weapons for it. Plus on the running backs, the receivers, the tight ends. I'm going to do everything I can to put defenses in real stress and duress. If you don't put 8 guys in the box, then we're sending it over the top the vast majority of the time, or deep shots. Make you really pay for it. So that's what I would do. Dr. Detroit, the dude helped the Broncos turn around. There you go. Thomas, Give this man a shot. If it doesn't work out, he'll be gone next year. That's probably true. Sell this man. Who the heck is this guy? He better do right. Right. But let's also remember, we were probably all saying that about Ben Johnson once upon a time. George, who is this guy? Earlier in the show, I gave you guys his resume, and it is a pretty extensive one. He's got about 20-some years of coaching in him. Hey, man, thanks for always keeping us updated, Dan. Anytime, my friend. Good to see you, and Molly. Buddy Kinko, Lions will be fine. I like to think so. All right, guys, I'll go ahead and get out of here. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. We are 8 subs away from hitting 13,000. If you can help out with that, that'd be great. Also, if you would be so kind, hit the thumbs up button, the like button, all that stuff. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you guys all in the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, all. You're still here? What are you doing here? It's over. The show's over. Go home.